10 of the hashtag Make Your Bed Challenge. So excited to have you back here. Today is a really good one. It's all about your money and your worth, which are two things that I think we don't talk about enough, and lead on really nicely from last week's lesson, which was on self. So I hope you got on okay with self and that I challenged you with the belief that you are totally unique. I know we are told this time and again, and really deep down we know it, but we always strive. Our automatic default is to fit in. Like, we so want to fit in with other people and with what's going on around us, and we want to be accepted, because that goes back to our fight and flight part of our brain from when we were cavemen and way back in the day, because if we didn't fit in, then we weren't protected, we wouldn't survive. So that inkling and that desire kind of carries through with us today. But actually, in a world where we are so, we are not going to die or be left out in the cold if we don't fit in with the mean girls at school, or if we don't fit in with the cliquey, nannies or mums at the school gate, or we don't stand for something that we don't believe in, then we are not, we're not in danger of kind of imminent death. So realising that we are so unique and we're made up of these billions of cells and the chromosomes and the strands of DNA, and we are totally special, is so empowering. So I really hope that you showed up and stepped up as the true self and the true individual that you really are, because you are so special and you are so worthy and you are so wonderful, and you're so special because you're so unique, and there's nobody else like you. There's no one else who is you. There is only you, and I want to see you for you. I want to get to know you. I hope that you resonate with me, because I'm me and I'm nobody else. I'm just this imperfect, messy, lovable, ridiculously crazy, fun-loving, animal-obsessed, you-obsessed person. And that's me. So, in today's lesson, we are going to cover off three kind of main areas that I've broken it down, that your money and your worth down into. So they are budgeting, salaries, and kind of what you earn, and what money means to you kind of as a value, and then finally money mindset, with three main categories. We've got a couple of challenges as well to go along with it, as always, but it's a really, money is a really contentious topic. Okay, I think when growing up we're probably all taught that when you go to a dinner party, there are three topics you don't speak about. I remember there being three, but I'm not sure I can remember all three of them right now. One is money, one is politics. What is the other one? Can't remember. Point is, people don't want to talk about them because they're contentious, because they cause people to get argumentative or defensive, or people think it's vulgar. So I really want you to sit there right now and reflect on what the term money means to you. And I particularly want you to reflect on the following statement that I have made. It's a vow I have made to myself, and it's that I have got a one-way ticket to getting rich. I am going to be so freaking rich that it's unbelievable. And I want you to sit with that, and I want you to see how that makes you feel. What is your reaction to the word rich? What is your reaction to kind of me sitting here and talking about money in a really open way? Because the chances are, a lot of the time, our connotations with money are negative. So particularly when I say the word rich, you might be sitting there and thinking, oh my gosh, rich, spoilt, mean, cruel, horrible, catty, as a rich woman, they all, look fake, and they don't do anything, and they just, slag other people off and all of that. And you have this really negative view of rich. Now, I want you to try and reframe that. What about rich? Think about somebody who's rich and they do something amazing. So let's think about Bill Gates and their foundation, and then the millions of pounds they give to charity, the initiatives that they launch, the fundraising, the people they bankroll so that they can do these incredible things. They're rich. So I want to use that to kind of break money down a bit, and let's just get really clear that money isn't an inanimate object, okay? It's a piece of paper, or it's a pound coin, or it's a bit of metal, but it is not good or bad. So why do we think that money is bad? Why do we think being rich is bad? Because of what people do with it. So it is not about the money itself, it is the people that have the money that make it good or bad. So therefore it's still not good or bad, it's the person, okay, is good or bad, basically is what we're saying. Because the actions they undertake with it are good or bad. So you might think that, you know, if you're rich, like rich people are awful, they, you know, they buy guns and they drug smuggle and they, like, you know, big houses and they have staff that they're really horrible to. What about the rich people who pay for, you know, a random person's cancer treatment, who fund for other children to go to private school that they don't even know, who donate loads to charity, who build businesses that employ people that give back? Like, there are so many other ways that we can look at money, but we always choose this really, typically we choose this really negative route. So it's something that kind of we really need to get over. We really need to get over not feeling comfortable at talking about money. And, you know, I don't say that lightly. I would say that, you know, kind of for me growing up, like we haven't really discussed money, and money, when we get onto the money mindset category, I'll talk about it a bit more, but it's, you know, money it's in all of our lives, and we're so affected by kind of our upbringing and the way that money kind of impacts upon that, about how we then put out into the world. So I'm really excited to talk about your money and your worth, because there is just loads in it. I am by no means a money expert. I'm going to recommend some books that I think you should dive into, and kind of who are really relatable, really like modern and fun and kind of engaging. One of which is this book that I have right here, which is called Go Fund Yourself by Alice Tapper. Really easy to read, really short chapters. This is not like going to a bank and thinking, it's not scary. I think that's the thing that we have behind money, is that we're scared of it because we don't know or understand it. So when we take control of it, you know, going back to lesson 2 and how you're in total control of your life, when you take control of your money and your worth, then you're on a one-way ticket to getting rich. Okay, so let's go and dive into the first kind of main area that we're going to look at, which is budgeting.